Hello everybody, happy Monday, happy Monday. Is it? Is it? It should be. We can make it happy if we choose. Unless you're in LA, unless you're Karen Bass, oh my gosh, what the mayor of LA is going through. Yikes. Sending her out some love and light, because yeehaw. Hang on one second. I think I got a... There we go. I think I had a dirty camera lens. I still might, but anyway. So a little healing energy out to Karen Bass. Dealing with the... She was dealing with the fires, and then she's dealing with these riots that, in my opinion, Trump doesn't know what he's got himself into. The city of LA, if you all remember OJ trial, I was there. Well, I wasn't there, but I was there. I was in Burbank. And I did something really stupid. So the whole city's like on fire. Little fires popping up everywhere. I come home from work and I decide to barbecue. And the barbecue that I had at that time was a charcoal grill. And so I light the charcoal grill and smoke is coming up from my backyard. I had 3 helicopters over my house. You don't mess around in Burbank. It's its own little city. They have their own police force. Their services are on top of it. And maybe a little too heavy-handed. Glendale has a similar setup, own city. Their services are really heavy-handed, in my opinion. Burbank's was, you didn't mess with them. But if you needed something, they were there immediately. You call LA, well, it'd take a long, long time. You'd get 911 and a system would say, please try your call again. All circuits are busy, because it's LA. Anyway, they're dealing with this crazy stuff. So what I want to do today, this is going to be a short one, even though I'm already 3 minutes into yakking. I want to look into the energies, the spiritual energies of the week, what we should be focused on. Then I want to look at the political landscape of the week. Because things happen, they change so fast, so fast. Wasn't it last week that we had the Musk-Trump feud? And what came out of there was Musk saying Epstein, and something we don't hear about, that he rigged the election. Why isn't anybody talking about it? All they're talking about, oh, well, Trump is doing this so that the Epstein files don't come out. So that news gets buried. That's why he's sending National Guard into... I mean, that's what some people are saying. I'm like, really? No election. And then I got some comments from you all about Kamala Harris. It appears another psychic has said that Kamala Harris is not interested in the job. And I've said that in the past, that I don't think she wants this job anymore. That's what I was getting intuitively. The cards, the pendulum, say something totally different. Well, they don't say that she doesn't want the job. They say that she will have the job. She'll take it. So we're going to look at that again a little bit today. And... you know, the thing with believing psychic predictions is that they're predictions. We get to control our destiny. I was on with Mary, Earth, and Stars today, and we were talking about manifestation. And what we think about, we create. And every Sunday I talk about that. What we think about, we create. When we add an emotion to it, that manifestation gets really, really amplified. Thank you for that word. I would have struggled with that word, but it came right away. Anyway, so do some meditation, do some grounding. Get out there on Mother Earth, barefoot if you can, and focus on what you want and put the emotion in. How are you going to feel when world leaders have compassion, have caring, and are actually of service to the people? How are you going to feel when that happens? I'm just saying, I'm going to feel pretty damn good. So, but we're all stuck in this sphere. I'm part of it. I'm trying to get away from it. All right, Beyond Lemuria. For those, this is Beyond Lemuria. What's the bottom? Solar Plexus Chakra. That's the same card that Mary pulled today. That video is going to go up, I think, next week or something. So at the base of the deck, gut feeling, solar plexus, how we want to manifest. It's the yellow, it's the sun, it's also getting hit in the solar plexus. Ow! You kind of lose your wind. So we kind of get all of that in there. And so it's one, getting hit in the stomach is not the end all, but we have the light on the other spectrum, the joy. So don't fall into the polarity. That's my favorite word, I think, these days. All right, so let's move on to the cards. 7 minutes. Moving on. The week ahead, 3 cards spiritually, unless I decide to pull more. 3 cards spiritually. This deck, this Beyond Lemuria, is the deck that has Lotus the Potus, or the Lotus. What do we have to look forward to? What is it spiritually that we should be focusing on this week versus the other stuff? And living in California and coming from LA, this is just scary as hell. Ooh. Okay. Come on now. Cards are all like sticking together. Well, not sticking. I'm not that dirty. Okay. What do we have? Let me drop this down and so you can see what I got going. I'm going to even kick him around to help you out that way. I'm such a nice guy. Look at that. Earth Star Chakra. Furred and feathered friends. This is me getting in touch with Earth. Well, Earth Star Chakra. Okay. So this is looking at the elementals. This is looking at the creation. What we have created in our awarenesses. And the sacral chakra, the core of creation. Okay. This is the number 1 card, number 3 card. This is the 27 card. So every Sunday I talk about us being on the web of creation. Many of the organized religions say that we are made up in Creator's image. And I take it a step further and say that we are of Creator. So we get to create our lives down here. this Earth Star Chakra, the initiation. I'm just going to read a little bit from the book here, where it says, we are standing at a gateway into the unknown. With trust in your heart, ancient remembering in your soul, and inner illumination to light the way. Oneness, collective consciousness, anchoring the transmissions from higher realms, sacred earth knowledge. Wow, wow, wow. And me just being in Chaco Canyon, looking at that sacred earth, amazing. The furred and feathered friends. This is talking about going out into nature, paying attention to, maybe it's our power animals in a journey, in a shamanic journey. Our ancestors who are the furred and feathered and creepy crawly. Don't forget the creepy crawlies. Those all give us power, and those all help us and guide us and show us, they are the way showers to show us strength in some of these challenging times. And then we go back to the sacral chakra creation. This is the core of creation. This is getting back to earth, touching earth. So there's a lot of grounding that they are talking about in this spread for this week. So, oh boy. In other words, buckle up. Libby was talking about a 4-point harness. Use your 4-point harness. And then she explains, all what that is. And I'm thinking to myself, was she a race car driver? I could see her in, so one of the hillbilly races that we have out here, which is really, it's just hillbilly. It's a demolition derby. And these cars go backwards in a figure 8. And they smash into each other. Now, the reason they go backwards is because you don't want to smash your engine. I'm like, who made that up? Well, some hillbilly, I'm sure. All right, let's move on. We did not, let's throw some to see if we can get Kamala's card. I don't know if we will or if we won't. Politically, what do we need to focus on? Thinking of the higher realm energy, what do we need to focus on as we're navigating this crazy political time right now? What do we need to manifest? What do we need to know about? Portal Keeper. Something's going to open up. And, Starseed Elemental. Water. The overflow. Okay. The base was the throat chakra. So, no Potus card. But the Portal Keeper, Starseed Elemental, and the overflow. What does that say to you guys? Throw along, play along with this. To me, what I get with this is that this Portal Keeper, something, well, it's not the portal that we're going through, but it's the Portal Keeper. What is the Portal Keeper? How do we ask the Portal Keeper to let some information come out? This goes back to step into that awareness. What do we need to do to ask that to open up? I find it really curious and disturbing that what all the news cycles are talking about is the Epstein files. Even though Musk said, without me, you would not have won the election. You would have lost the House, and you would have had a very slim majority in the Senate. Why is nobody looking into that? The portal keeper. Starseed elemental. This is at the core of who we are. Let me look at that a little bit. Okay. This Starseed Elemental card is about lightening up and having fun. Children as teachers, not a serious people who are taking everything so serious. I just flashed on Shirley Temple when I did that. Oh, serious. And then we have the overflow. So going back to buckle up, I think we can use this overflow of information and we can either have it cleanse us or it can drown us. So play in that childlike energies while we're dealing with all this crazy stuff. Ask the portal keeper, how do we get this information out? For the best of humanity. Okay, let's look at politically at the week ahead. Politically at the week ahead. So, with the comments that you all put on my Sunday show about Kamala Harris and her not wanting the job, I immediately, well not immediately, but I pulled out my pendulum. It didn't really swing that much. It swang a little bit, swang a little bit, and it was a yes. So I still see her in there, but the silence, that's still another, and I'll get a ton of comments that you going, it's for this reason, it's for that reason, it's for her family's safety, it's for blah, 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 blah. All right. I can't believe that Tim Walz didn't talk to Kamala Harris and say, hey, I'm going on the road. You want to come with me? I can't believe he didn't do that. I think he did. And Kamala said, no. So there's something else going on there besides the safety of her family. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Besides the safety. Besides she needed a break. Okay, she's a prosecutor. She knows how to deal with stress. And if she doesn't, I don't want her as POTUS. So I can't believe that she is that fragile of a woman, of a leader. Okay. Week ahead. I want to look at the week ahead politically, generally. I'm going to look at the Democrats. I'm going to look at the Republicans. Generally, week ahead. Let's drop this down. You can see what I'm throwing. Okay. Week ahead. Things happen so fast. Any new news coming out, anything, Pumpkinhead is saying, yeah, it might be a good idea to arrest Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom is saying, bring it on. Arrest me. Okay. Woo! Five of Swords. Abuse of power. Winning at any cost. Kristi Naomi. You know, if I really cared about this person, I would probably get the name right, and that's bad on me. She said that when Biden was thinking about bringing the National Guard into Texas, remember the razor wire on the Rio Grande? she goes, oh, that's such an abuse of power. But when Pumpkinhead does it, it's like, oh, what a strong... Ten of Swords, stabbed in the back. This current political week, yikes. Ten of Wands, holy crap. All right, Page of Wands, in the past as it relates, there may be some news that comes out. It's got some dragon energy with this news. In this deck, anyway. Interesting. Yikes. At the top of the reading, Nine of Wands. Holy crap, this is heavy on us, guys. Maybe we just need to turn off the TV. I know a lot of you already have. Just turn it off. Don't engage. We have the Knight of Cups. Is this the knight in shining armor that's going to come and save us? Knight of Cups. Some calming energy is going to come in the potential near future. Someone that's going to bring us some good news. Because here we have Five of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, Nine of Wands. I mean, look at that dude. He's like, oh, I'm going to get up. And when I look at this card, okay, back up. So I look at this card. Okay, back up. Okay, stabbed in the back. Ow, some bitch got me in the back. Some bitch. Jackie Gleason. Okay. Stabbed in the back. Ten of Wands. It really hurt. You got me down, but I'm not out. They're all standing here. I'm okay. This dude goes, all right, now I'm mad. Now I am mad. And maybe that's where that Five of Swords comes in. We have some good news coming up. We got some great news coming up. Internally, we have the Four of Wands. We have a little celebration, start of something new. If I look at this as a wedding, the start of a family, start of something new, a new family, something new coming in. If I think of it in the Rider-Waite, it looks like the White House, celebration, but not here. This is Earth card. This is Earth energy here when you look at this. Okay. External position. Nine of Coins. The abundance. This is also, for me, what I heard when I flipped this over, the safety of your own home. The safety of your private garden. This is telling me that if you go out, there's too much volatility, too much backstabbing, too much burden. The Nine of Wands, something's going to happen. Need to be a little more isolated, I think, with this card. Hopes and fears. Star of Hope. Yay. And I know what some of you guys are saying. Oh, you know what the Star of Hope is? Is it Kamala? Well, it can also be another female leader. Oh, I just put my finger. Never mind. And then we get the Nine of Cups, the Wish card. Cheers. Cheers. I may get hit for this because when I've been doing my uploading my videos, there's always a restriction that pops up and then they clean it up. So I may have to edit that out real quick. Queen of Wands. New information coming. And it's a queen. So maybe it's another leader. Brings forth new information from this Wish card. And we get the Page of Cups. News coming from unexpected sources. What's that news? I'm going to throw a couple more on it. The High Priestess, magic, manifestation, secrets coming to light that are going to cause a little bit of verbalness, verbal back and forth. So the reading I get from this, the political reading, is stay home. Don't engage. Don't listen. It's going to be the people who are paid to do this. I'm going to lift this up. The people who are paid to do this, let them do it. Let them be the fighters, the Karen Basses, the Gavin Newsoms, the Bernie Sanders, the AOCs, the Jasmine Crockett's. Oh. I love me some Jasmine Crockett. She is so good. Whoa! And I hate it when people say, I love me some blah, blah, blah. And I just said it. What's that say about me? You don't need to put any comments about that in the comments. What's that say about me? But she is so good. She is so good. All right. Let's look at the Democratic Party this week. People keep saying they don't have a vision. They don't have this. Why have they not started talking about the election interference? Why have they not started talking about the Epstein files? MAGA world is just splitting apart with Elon and Trump and who's the main podcaster, Bannon. Is he still wearing 4 shirts? I keep remembering Denise saying, how many shirts do you have on? You're like Steve Bannon. She said it in a loving tone, though. I say, ha. My big sister. Okay. Republicans. How are we doing? I almost choked on that, how we doing? Oh, yeah. Some people were saying that this whole National Guard thing was planned to keep the Elon news at bay. I don't feel that. I think Miller came out and had that his goal to get 3,000 illegals a day. Where are they going to put them? Where are they housing them? There's just no plan. It's Republicans. What's going on? I love what Bernie said. It's time for those few Republicans that still care about the country to stand up. This is crazy. So how are you doing, Republicans? What's going on? What do we need to know about the Republican Party as it is now, which is MAGA? Magic. That was one of my Trump Pumpkinhead cards. And he was always like, look over there while I do this. And that's kind of what we were talking about. Creating something out of nothing, which is what he's doing in LA. These Home Depot workers are not criminals. I mean, yeah, maybe there's one. Maybe. I mean, if you looked at my past, you'd go, Danny, you were a criminal. Don't look at my past. Please, don't. Do not. And I love the way that, never mind, forget it. It's going down a rabbit hole. I don't want to go. We have the Knight of Wands, Republican Party. Some information that's going to be coming out. I was just looking at the imagery of that card. Oof. I was going, is it big information? What kind of information? I mean, it's not, when I look at this, I go, it's not the big stick. It's not big information, but is there big information coming out? Boom. Big information. Ace of Wands at the base. They're going to be hiding. I got the Hermit in the past. Ooh. At the top, Republican Party. The MAGA, as it is. This is retreat. This is sickness. This is laying down. That looks unalive, if you ask me. The Republican Party. Potential near future, going back to a simpler time. Did Bernie get through to a couple of these guys? Are a couple of these guys going, this isn't right? Gavin Newsom says, I'm suing the federal government. Yeah, so it's going to be him and the Proud Boys. Oh, Lord. We are in bizarro world. Let's go back into our little caves and not look out for a little bit. Internally, we have Seven of Wands defending ourselves. Defending themselves. Yes. The abuse of power in the external position. Yes. Didn't take a psychic to get that out. Hopes and fears. Yes. Just hoping that that party ends that cycle, starts something new, starts something with a simpler time, and the final outcome, Ten of Wands. The only good thing about this Ten of Wands is he's not, it's a completion card, the 10. It's the heavy burden that they are. Let me drop this down and point my fingers at things. This side, so this is the Four of Swords. This is not a good card to get in combination with the Death card. It's like, let's just layer endings on top of endings. And then we have on top of the 10 endings. This isn't like the Ten of Swords. That would be yikes. But we have a review of things with the Seven of Pentacles. And if you think of votes as pentacles, I'm like, oh, wouldn't that be great? And then we have a new beginning, a new project, something new starting. Okay. Let's look at the underlying information that we might get from the Republican Party. Enough said there. We get the Queen of Coins. The Queen of Coins. Who would the Queen of Coins be? Who would the Queen of Coins be now? In the Republican Party. As I think about that and I run through that, am I going, Susie Wiles? Is that her? I don't know. I don't know. Well, whoever, it's heartbreak. Three of Swords. And we have the Knight of Swords coming to defend itself, coming to bring some legal action to this. I think we're going to get some news of something happening. These three cards are endings. This card is a new beginning. After some review, Republican Party. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, pokies. Oh, that would be interesting to shuffle. So let's take a look at the Democratic Party, how that is working out. What is going on with the Democratic Party? There's all this news that has come out last week, and is anybody grabbing it? Is anybody taking a run with it? What's going on with the Democratic Party for this week? We talked about how, lifted this up, we talked about how fast time was running. And in the beginning of the year, I said, wow, it's going to be fast. I'm thinking it's fast now. This is like crazy fast. This is crazy fast. I had to say it twice because it's that important. There's a lot of energy that's coming in from the sky. Leave it like that. That's shifting us, that's opening us up. That portal keeper card. Ask how we get through the portal in the very beginning. Okay, Democratic Party. What is going on? Are you guys getting... Here's what I think intuitively. This is what I'm getting. When I get quiet thinking about what the hell's going on, I get that they are working, that the Democratic Party, a number of them, are working behind the scenes that are planning on making a move. And let me pull 3 cards on that. What will poke them to move? What's going to poke the Democratic Party to get out of this? It's not the planning, it's the when you're reviewing something, reviewing all the data, the analysis paralysis, there it is. They're in this analysis paralysis stage. That's intuitively, that's what I get. What's going to poke them? And I was going to say, poke him in the eye to get him going, or poke him in the butt, and I did that. Kick him in the butt. What's going to get him going? What is going to get them going? I don't know. I don't know what's going to get them going. But, and they got the Chariot. Movement in the government that is going to cause a lot of back and forth. Verbal back and forth. They're still in that friggin' analysis paralysis stage. Let me keep going with this. Do my bowling ball spread where you lay out 4, 3, 2, 1 and see where we go with it. We get this. We get the star. We get the star. We'll see if they flag when I did that one card, but yeah, they've been flagging me, and then they go, oh, well, you didn't say anything bad. Maybe they were saying, oh, this is really stupid. We're gonna flag it for stupidity, and then they find out that wasn't stupid. STOOPID. All right, as we roll down, what's going on? How do they get out of this analysis paralysis? They're moving on. The government is moving on. It's going to be a little chaotic, but they got the Star of Hope. They got the star. See, if I do it like this, they're not going to see the card. They got the Star of Hope, balancing things out. We have the 9 of Cups, the Wish card. We have them being stabbed in the back. Who got stabbed in the back? Democratic Party. And going back to a simpler time. What's going to kick them out of their analysis paralysis? 4 Cups. They're still waiting on some offer? More information about the steal. Come on, guys. What's more information about the steal? Does Elon have one more piece to the puzzle? Maybe BB has it. I think that's what they flagged me for, because I said big. Big. I hear you guys in the comments. Oh. And the last card is Six of Wands, riding in as a winner. So no Kamala cards, but the Democratic Party will, once they start moving, they're going to come out winners. At the base, we have King of Coins, we have some fighting, we have Temperance, new information, just seeing if she pops up. She doesn't pop up. Okay, so what's going to get him out of the analysis paralysis? It feels like they're still waiting for one more piece of information or some more information with this Four of Cups. They're all going, wah, 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 3 cups, but they're not looking at the full cup. And once they look at the full cup, they come out as winners. There's movement in the government. We got that. Okay. Let's look at, did I look at just the general Democratic Party? Where they are? Let's look at who is the leader of the Democratic Party. Who is the leader that is that's behind the scenes? Is it Bernie? Is it AOC? Is it Kamala? Who's the leader? Is it Tim Walz? Who's the leader of the Democratic Party? Who's the leader of the Democratic Party? I know who we want it to be. Who's the leader of the Democratic Party? Who's the leader of the Democratic Party? Okay. Page of Wands. Young person with information. Now, some people, when they're reading the court cards, they will say this is a man with certain color, hair color, blah. I don't take the gender with the court cards that much. And is it still Pride Month? A lot of pride marches in DC and New York. LA, I don't think they had a pride march. Maybe they did. It was with tear gas, so I don't know. Anyway, Page of Wands. Certainly a younger energy. Could be male or female. Who's leading the Democratic Party? 9 of Cups. Someone that brings joy, that makes wishes come true. Another page. Page of Coins. New projects coming out. Maybe not flushed out all the way, but something new comes out. A new path forward. In the past is the fear. Is the nightmare. The 9 of Swords. What's keeping them up at night? The worry. This scares me. At the top of the reading, who's the leader? Somebody that has a sunny disposition. Full illumination. It's coming up. This is this week. I hope I said that. Ooh. Potential near future. A tower moment. What tower moment? Is it the Democratic Party? Is it the Republican Party? All the cards here say, well, I don't know. This is the Democratic read. You know, because I skew my readings a little bit. I'm guilty of that, I know. When I flipped over the tower, I thought it was the Republican Party. But it could be the crumbling of the analysis paralysis. It could be the full illumination coming out. Them moving away from the worry. And it can also be the Republican Party just crumbling. Our government crumbling. I don't know if you guys notice this or not, but it sure feels like it's crumbling. All right, inside, internally, who's the leader? Something's going to happen fast. And I keep saying that, but it feels like this card, and in this deck, look where all these wands are going. Into the sun. They are illuminating, fast information, illuminating something with the Democratic Party, the leadership. And we get the Eight of Cups, walking away from sorrow. This is walking away from sorrow to find oneself. This is, and walking into the sun, again, walking into the sun, something that is going to be powerful, illuminating. They're walking into their strength. Hopes and fears. The Seven of Cups. Is this the illusion delusion? Pick the right one, or is this like another rainbow card? It's like whatever we did, it's all going to be okay. Just pick the right cup, please. But it's all going to be good. We're moving into a rainbow of choices versus some of the Seven of Cups are a little darkish. And Democratic Party, we have a new emotional start. With this leader, whoever it is, because I'm not seeing any like kings or queens. I see pages. I see young people. I see the sun. I see the tower. Illumination and then the tearing down of. Clarification on who this leader is that's bringing a new emotional start. It's the Fool. I am not running for the Democratic Party. Just letting you know. Fool, going on a new journey. It's a little dangerous. Could be walking off a cliff. Not in this deck, though. In this deck, this Fool grabbed one of those wands. And it could be from the Page of Wands or the Eight of Wands. Those are the only two wand cards I pulled. So he's got one of those wands. And he's just, it's like he's dancing and singing and jumping in the sunshine. And the dog is like playing along with him. And we have, is that the King or Knight? King or Knight? Hang on, I gotta double check. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. Starting on a new journey. New emotional start. And it's got legal implications to it. Strong, strong legal implications to it. With some secrets coming out with the High Priestess. There's a decision to be made. Somebody stabbed in the back. Giving and receiving votes. Okay. At the base, we have Judgment. We have the Two of Coins. And we have the Eight of Coins. Judgment feels like juggling votes. If we use votes as coins, and the 8 of coins is the review of coins. All right, so there that is. No Kamala Harris cards. So it's 50 minutes in. Thought this was going to be a short one. I just want to pull 3 on Kamala Harris. 3 on Kamala Harris. Is she thinking of running? Is she thinking of being POTUS? Is Kamala Harris still thinking of being POTUS? You know, she's going, holy crap, that would be a lot of work. Where do I even start? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going, if I was to, and I'm not, I told you I wasn't running. I'm just being foolish. But if I was in that position, where would I start? Jailing Trump would be one thing. Oh, did I say that out loud? Well, that would be a good start. Impeach him. Quickly. All right. And that would cause some back and forth. Okay. Just the double standards that are being thrown around. Kamala Harris, are you thinking about your job as POTUS? What can you show us? She's sad. So she's got the 3 of hearts, 3 of swords. Her heart's broken, right? It was really, really, really hard. She has her prosecutorial sword, but she is under the burden of all of this. So is she thinking of it? I'll keep going down shortly. Moving on to calmer waters, going back to a simpler time, 2 6s, and we have the King of Cups. Is she thinking of it? Yeah, kinda. Kinda, but it feels like somebody else is going to be taking the interim, and then maybe, and I do believe that there will be some intern government. It's just not going to be the Lotus thrown in as POTUS. There's going to be some kind of middle interim government that's going to be a blend. It's going to be interesting. However it turns out, it's going to be wild. All right, you guys, thank you all for watching. Peace and love.